So this camera is one of the most misunderstood cameras on social media. I honestly thought it was a complete waste of money. When I saw it come out, I thought $1,500 for a Lumix S9 II that is missing a ton of stuff that I can get for $200 didn't make a ton of sense to me. And after trying it, I do understand why this camera exists. As I mentioned in most of my videos when I'm talking about gear, I will never talk about something on my channel that I myself won't use, I don't see value in. I don't care about this Lumix fan hype. I'm not really trying to get them on my good side. That's not why I'm making this video. It's a genuine excitement for this product because this camera has quickly become one of my most used cameras. And although the price I think is a little steep, I do think it's worth it. So let's talk about it. So I use a Lumix S9 for professional video work as well as a dad cam. So this is an X100V replacement for me. So if you see right here, there's like the 7 Artisans, like tiny pancake lens. Nobody really talks about this, but super easy for photos. I prefer this way more than an X100V. And I don't want this video to be long, honestly. It's just me talking about how much I enjoy this camera. It is much smaller than the S9 II, and that might not seem like it matters. But when you want a camera that you just want to grab and shoot maybe for fun or for a small client project, it's possible. Like you can easily do it with this camera because it's not a bulky S9 II or an S1H. And really you won't understand until you actually grab this camera how small it is compared to an S9 II. But I remember on many family trips that I had, just little things where I'm just going out with my wife and my mom, my kid, my family. I definitely did not want to bring the S9 II, so I ended up not bringing a camera at all. But with this little thing, I'll actually bring it. It doesn't really fit in my pocket. Like, I mean, I can get it to just kind of looks like I have like a millennial wallet, you know. It was like a fat freaking thing. So I probably wouldn't put it in there, but I can easily slip this in to a jacket pocket, grab it, put it in. Another downside, and this is annoying, this is with all Lumix cameras. So when they come out with their next iteration, it just won't have this. But the crop in 60 frames per second in 4K 60 is just, I just don't like it. I don't film in 60 often because of that crop. I probably would more if I didn't have that crop. But I'm not gonna go into all the specs. I'm not gonna go into all that stuff because I have tons of Lumix S9 II content on my page where I talk about all that stuff. So you can check that out. Make sure you subscribe, stay notified. But that is something with this camera that all of them have. And what's crazy, since this is basically a Lumix S9 II, I can shoot anamorphic content with it, which is kind of nuts for a tiny little camera like this, and it looks incredible. I was actually taking some anamorphic photos with the crew. I'm at a mastermind here. That's where like all the people were just like running around and going crazy. But I was taking some anamorphic photos and people were like freaking out over them. I have my buddy, I actually want to find him. He actually used the camera and he was freaking out over it. For me at this point, I'm used to it because I'm used to like Lumix quality. They're the cameras that I use for a reason, but he was freaking out. And a lot of people at this mastermind, they're all videographers. They have big businesses. We're using the camera and they're like, what the heck? They didn't really know about Lumix and stuff, but I mean, most people don't, which is kind of interesting, but. Hi. Hey. So I'm not paying you for this, right?
Correct.
Nobody's paying me for this. So you gave this camera a try. I would love to just hear your thoughts about it. Bro, you could be as critical as possible. I know you're talking about some of the menus and stuff, but I want to give you guys somebody that doesn't even know what this camera is. Like, so if you're watching this video, you probably know what a Lumix S9 is, but I want to give you just a first-hand. He's a videographer. He does this professionally. He's super talented.
Yeah, he had this on the table yesterday, and I just picked it up. I was like, dang, this thing straight out of the, like straight in your hand. I was like, this thing is built like a tank. It just feels high quality. It's gonna take a beating. You can feel how substantial that nice in-body stabilization is, and it's so compact. I was really blown away when he showed me the pictures and the videos that he's taken with it. It was really sweet, yeah.
So the person filming this whole thing, he's a Sony shooter, so I'm gonna just flip it around. He also has bunch of Leica cameras, right? He has a bunch of Leica stuff. Bro, be as critical as possible, dude. This isn't an ad.
So this is an ad for Lumix. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. So I saw this on the table yesterday. I walked in the door driving here from Utah, and I saw the red and I was like, oh, sick, a Leica, he's got a black Leica. But sure enough, as he's showing it to me, he's like, it's a Lumix. I thought it was fascinating, but he grabbed this thing out and he's taking like anamorphic photos, which I've never seen, which I just thought was so cool. But like the quality is insane. I have a Leica Q2 and I've had an X100V before and I liked it a lot. I definitely think my downside was that it wouldn't be as good for video, and this would make it so that I can shoot photo and video, so that'd be my hot take.
What's this going for?
It's $1,500, I believe.
Dude, that's sick. This is okay. That changes a lot. This is a really impressive camera for that price point, like extremely impressive. And it's really lightweight, compact. It kind of feels a little smaller than an FX3 or FX30, which are you shooting on an FX30? Yeah, FX3. No, that's so sick. No, this is a sick buy. Like, this is a really cool buy. I might have to add this to my collection.
There you go.
Yeah, sweet, man. Hell yeah.
Aren't you just kidding?
No, he's not paid by Lumix. Guys, this is not an ad. These are just really hyped videographers that love what they do. They love gear and stuff. But yeah, like I said, this is not an ad, even though it kind of seems like it at this point. I personally picked up this camera because I can also use it for professional work. I wanted a quick camera to just take photos and have it look good straight at a camera. But I also wanted a C cam that was also a Lumix, so I could use for interviews. I can give it to somebody to shoot BTS or whatever. And this really checks off the boxes for me personally. And yeah, it just has better image quality than any mirrorless camera out there, including the FX3 that this is filmed on. That's just my personal opinion and most of the people's opinion that have actually used a Lumix, so. But yeah, so that's the end of the video. If you liked it, make sure you do like it. If you have any questions regarding the Lumix S9, comment them down below and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.